Flight boss, bitch. You know, for sure. You're not listening to the Mind of an Terry's Moon. I'm the Archangel Uriel, and I'm here to carry God duties and motherfucker responsibilities. And right now, we're going to talk about stop caring for monkey-ass motherfuckers who don't even care for their damn self. And you better believe it, because shit get tricky in this lost-ass realm. You know why? Because your monkey ass could be around somebody right now that, yeah, it look like they got their stuff together. Yeah, it look like they sophisticated. But the more you see a person cling on to that energy in an extreme way, that's when you know somewhere deep inside that individual, they lack care for their goddamn self. And here's the thing, right? When we got these kind of individuals in our lives, they place us in a position where we gotta motherfucking care for them more than they care for their goddamn self. When it comes to their accolades, their mentality, their actions, they want to feel rejuvenated and juiced up, so they want to go around people that give them that attention. It goes through layers in this motherfucker. You gotta understand, shit get deep in the motherfucking psyche. So when we have motherfuckers like this in our lives, they place us into a situation where we got to care for them more than they care about their motherfucking damn self. And then they utilize us as an energy charge to spark their own care for themselves. So for validation and shit. So you need to understand that. And here's the thing, right? When you're in a situation where you have to care for an individual more than they care for themselves, right? Then you could waste days, weeks, months, years, decades before you realize that you're giving your energy to a dub. Something that has no spark, something that has no charge to be able to make anything become dense and manifest in either party's lives. So keep that in mind also. So this when you know, and we're gonna spark 3 reasons right now. 3 main reasons. We're gonna do a Holy Ghost Trinity on they monkey asses. So you can see 3 main reasons from the psyche and pay attention to this person's characteristic traits so you can see if this individual that's around you that care for themselves or they don't. And if you do spark one of these traits, because it gets tricky, like I said, we're not talking about material and responsibilities, aka a person who don't got a job or something like that. So you're chalking that up as this person don't care about themselves. No, this shit go beyond to the point that you could be around somebody who don't got a job, right? But if you're willing to allow this person to rock you to sleep and allow you to go broke every 2 motherfucking weeks and shit like that, then therefore you on the opposite end of energy. You on the side of you don't care for yourself because you don't got enough care for yourself to allow this person to stop digging in your goddamn pocketbook or your motherfucking wallet. You see what I'm saying? So we're gonna get into these motherfucking characteristics, traits, so it don't matter what situation or what ladder scale you in this motherfucking dumbass life, you'll be able to pinpoint if you surrounded by a group of motherfuckers who don't care about themselves. So therefore you'll be able to be like, all right, now I'm around a motherfucker that slowly but surely they're gonna try to make me care about them more than they care about their goddamn selves. And now I gotta draw a motherfucking esoteric line. Rule 1, characteristic 1, trait 1, trait 1. When you see these signs in an individual, a person who doesn't care about what you got going on, but tries to build a relationship off of you caring about what they got going on in some way, shape, or form. Let me repeat. When you start to hear signs, when you're having conversations with individuals in your life, right? And I don't care if you just got a motherfucking job at McDonald's and somebody that you're talking to got a big old corporation. If they not happy for you because ain't have no job, if they not happy for you just being in the energy of at least you got a starting point, and they want to put that to the side, tongue in cheek, and then start to talk to you like you need to level up more or something like that, as if everyone don't have a starting point on a ladder scale. Peep game. See, a person who doesn't care about what you got going on, but tries to build a relationship off you caring about what they got going on in some way, shape, or form, then boom, this is a person who's not shit behind closed doors, no matter how much they got. This is a person that's not shit behind closed doors. And whatever that they are using for gratification for them to even use to belittle you, for you to feel like, oh yeah, I gotta level up to them. Behind closed doors, if they didn't have that, they know they wouldn't be shit. They wouldn't even know how to live with themselves if they didn't have no type of magic square, shadow government, security, job, circumstance, responsibility in this life. You understand me? So look, check this out, right? This is a person who's not shit behind closed doors and constantly needs validation from the external realm. AKA, they don't care about themselves unknowingly. So they do a whole bunch of shit in their life that they think other people care about in the external world, that they think is relatable, that they think is the right thing to do. And they think the more that they can pull these things in their space, the more that these things can be a representation of this person got it together, or this person is taking care of business. Where behind closed doors, the reason why this person goes so extreme in that energy is because they have a lack of care, sense of themselves. Because everywhere they go, they think everybody else's thoughts and feelings is more important than their own. So they feel like they're being casted and judged with any fucking thing they do in life. And this would be a person that you have to constantly re-encourage in your motherfucking life on a 24/7 basis, to the point that it becomes a job. Now you got two jobs, being you and helping somebody else understand that they're individual too. And a lot of y'all are married in these type of circumstances, so be aware of that. Now, getting into part two right now. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, a lot of times we get into relationships with lost causes. This is the number one fall of a relationship, where I say the lack of communication. But for the most part, lack of communication, the lack of response to each individual's desires and pleasures and satisfaction. And then the third one, you might have jumped into a relationship where a person has insecurities based upon lack of care, based upon their upbringing, which is a good segue into part two, right? Characteristic trait part two. A person who keep making mistakes, who keep making the same goddamn mistakes and not learning from you via your advice. Or you might have reached to the point that, like, I ain't gonna tell this person shit no more. AKA, motherfucker, they not even learning from your actions. They're not even learning from you as an example. So 9 times out of 10, this is an individual that subconsciously find mistakes to commit. Because 9 times out of 10, they wouldn't be constantly coming to you to try to understand their mistakes anyway, if this is a person that ain't mentally, I ain't gonna say mentally ill, need a mental crutch in some way, shape, or form. Otherwise, when a person got it together, a person will feel guilty trying to reach out to someone else to try to understand what's going on into a normal problem that we all have individually. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about like spirituality and shit like that. Y'all know what I'm talking about, our day-to-day shit. Like, for the most part, you might got a best friend or whatever like that, and this motherfucker always complaining about they'll never have enough money at their job to pay their bills. But you know, you worked at the same job. You know that how much they get paid. So for the most part, every time you get into the conversation, they always want to steer the conversation away because they know you get ready to bring up shit that they do spend their money on. You see what I'm saying? That the shit that they don't really want to talk about. So you start to listen to their conversations every day like, okay, this is just a motherfucker who just want to complain about the job every day. They're not really trying to change, because I didn't reach the point I'm not even going to talk to them anymore about why you keep spending money here, there, and there, and there, and there when you don't have to, when you know the job pay this much, and you know it's still enough to pay the bill if you don't pay for those things. Every time we have those conversations, we steer away. We start talking about something else again and things of that nature. But every time another day comes and it don't slip into that mode, here you go complaining about the job and how much you pay again. Hold on. You see what I'm saying? Like shit like that. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all, you get it? You get with me? We all go through this. Now, listen. So you probably reached the point that you don't even want to get into the conversation no more of telling them. So you just go ahead and suffer through the conversation like, well, all right, this motherfucker getting ready to complain about their relationship, or they getting ready to complain about their living conditions, or they get ready to complain about whatever. It doesn't even have to just do with a job. I'm just making examples. You see what I'm saying? So for the most part, here's the thing, right? Now, if a person constantly, you didn't reach the point where you don't want to even give them no advice anymore, like I just explained as an example. And now, if this person continuously still be in the same circumstance, that's when you have to realize, okay, this is a person who make mistakes and not learning from you via advice or your example, because you don't go through the same problems. Otherwise, they wouldn't be expressing their problems to you, because if they're next to a person who got the same problems as them, they're going to be finding ways of how to look down on this person and tell them what to do right. So when a person comes to you with their problems and issues, 9 times out of 10, you need to look at this person like, okay, they must see you in a light that you're in a better circumstance than them, whether mentally, emotionally, or physically, in a certain area of life. Not in all areas. They could very well be possibly better off than you in another area. You know what I'm saying? So let's not get all God complexy. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, right, getting into the circumstance where these kind of individuals, here's the psyche, right? Here's the psyche to these individuals that keep making mistakes but not learning from you via your advice or your example, right, of your actions. 9 times out of 10, these are individuals that subconsciously find mistakes to commit. And they don't mean to. Because a lot of times, here's why. Early in their upbringing, this is the only time that they have received an enormous amount of attention from anybody when they made mistakes. So whether that mistake that they made was good or bad, that was the only time that their parent may have react. Their siblings may have react. Their environment may have react. Their social groups may have reacted when they made mistakes. And then everybody need gratification as a spirit being in this world, because you created, shape, or form to want to relate in some way, shape, or form. Otherwise, you might as well kill yourself and go back to your lonely spirit being no thing, no shape, or form. That's another video. But like I said, right, once a person built their chakras, and then their sons of gods, and then their daughters of men on those ideologies and those subconscious fixated energies, then for the most part, a thought and a feeling start to play out as a spirit in a body's actions. And then the person start to act subconsciously in this manner, aka they subconsciously find mistakes to commit, because this is the only way how they look at their place in a relationship. And for the most part, here's the thing, it's deep rooted in their psyche to how they think, and this is how they think they're being cared for when someone is correcting their mistakes, or when someone is doing this, that, and the third. See, a lot of females have this issue when you got raised with weak males in your life. So even if the male wasn't like he might have been cool as far as material wise, but let's say lack of giving you books, like street smarts, not book smarts, but street smarts, giving you that emotional and mental security. So you had the physical security, but you may not have that. And a lot of y'all didn't even have y'all fathers, right? So a lot of times you find males in your age groups who can correct your mistakes. And a lot of times you make mistakes subconsciously and cheat on them and do a lot of crazy shit to see how much this individual in your life, this male is gonna do that's in your age group for you, because you're trying to see, this is your way of leveling how strong this boy, male, or man is going to be in your life. You know what I'm saying? Based upon how much he could correct you. And some of y'all so damaged in your early life by lack of father and shit like that, and based upon all the negative energy that your mother had put on to any type of father figure or any kind of male figure that wasn't around, and things of that nature, when y'all have those kind of conversations and you just coming up in that kind of energy thinking that's the right way to react or respond to the external world, right? Then here's the thing. You and these type of females will go extreme, do the most extreme things to the point that you can never really save her. You know what I'm saying? You will go to the motherfucking grave trying to correct her mistakes, and then you will have to die for her to be like, he always was the one that loved me. But you would have to die to get there, though. She gonna make your ass get killed or something. So you got to keep this in mind. So level, and on the flip side, you know what I'm saying? Even when you come across a male, you know what I'm saying? Early in life, that lack proper female energy. You know what I'm saying? So he might got a man that don't know how to emotionally connect with him, so only material, or got a man that know how to emotionally connect with him, but from a dumbass, left brain, logical, common man way. Right? So this person don't know how to handle things, or don't know how to react and respond to the world the way multiple things could be reacted and responded to. This person don't even know how to stick to one gun and directly have one stick type of moral. So for the most part, this person could become very direct, single-minded. And this person could get easily persuaded or be easily gullible and naive anytime they're in a situation that don't look like a situation that their father or that their single mother home have raised them in. Because if you a male in a single mother home raised up, then a lot of times the way you even handle situations is you thinking what a man's supposed to do, aka. But a lot of times it's based upon situations that females be in. AKA, when someone step on your shoes in a club, you think what a man's supposed to do is tell homeboy, damn, can you apologize or something like that? But for you to get to be at a party and for you to get emotionally mad because someone stepped on your shoes and because you're trying to look nice and pretty in some way, shape, or form, all that came from your mother's emotions. You see what I'm saying? So your way of being a man came from protecting an emotion. See, it goes beyond your mother. you think protecting your mother, it goes beyond that. In the psyche, you just grow older to think that a man is to protect a feeling and don't express too many feelings, aka always protect the feelings in some way, shape, or form. All the way to come out to women or female vibrations. You will be gullible to a goddamn hoe who fuck everything in the land and country and think she a motherfucking queen just because she's a walking version of what you think a man is supposed to protect, and that's what a man means to be a man. So it gets deep. But like I said, right, a person who keep making mistakes, not learning from you via advice or the example of your actions, right, 9 times out of 10, this individual subconsciously find mistakes to commit. They find mistakes to commit because in their early upbringing, this might have been the only way that they received an enormous amount of attention, good or bad. And when they made these mistakes, that was the only time they received the attention that they think once they got older. Why ain't I getting no attention? I must got to do something. These are clumsy, goofy people who trip and fall in the hallway on purpose just to see if people gonna laugh. And here's the thing, as they got older, deep in their psyche, this is how they think that they are being cared for and cared for from others, aka there's a lack of care for themselves somewhere deep inside. And then 3, and then we're gonna leave it on motherfucking 3, right? 3, a person who always has something negative to say about your mistakes or your motherfucking goals. Let me say that one more time. Because this shit get tricky. See, we be around people that's in better positions than us. Let me make that example again. Because it's always a yin and yang. Don't just think that you the person that's always in a better position, mentally, spiritually, physically, or emotionally than someone, and then these videos is just for you. No, it's the flip side too. Get off your ego high horse. You know what I'm saying? It could be on the motherfucking flip side. Here's the thing, right? Because you can have an individual around you that got more than you, right? So their way of explaining your mistakes or something like that, or always looking at, because look, it's okay to correct someone, but you always bringing up what I did. I never could do no right. I'm always wrong. Come on now. I'm always negative. Now here's the thing. Reason why I keep making people and flipping it in a goddamn it, ran out of minutes and time and shit because all the motherfucking videos that I already uploaded on the internet still on this fucking phone. I gotta stop doing that. But yeah, like I said, right? Reason why I keep bringing up the other side of things so we can get all perspectives, get all sides for everybody to be able to understand and see if you're the individual doing wrong or right in these particular circumstances and situations. So like I said, even when you're around somebody who has more than you and something like that, but they always looking at your mistakes or they always looking at something negative that you're doing or you can't do no right, then here's the thing, right? This is a person that deep down inside that they don't care for themselves, because whatever accolade that they have in some way, right, then they're utilizing that to present to others as a form of how other people react and respond to these things. That validates that someone care about them. Otherwise, if there's nobody around to kind of praise these things, then this person won't even care about themselves. So they try to grab the things, kind of like part 1. You know what I'm saying? When a person who doesn't care about what you got going on, they just want you to care about what they got going on. And if they're on the flip side of having more than you. You know what I'm saying? But in this perspective, right, I still want to make the example of a person have more than you. Because this, goddamn, the phone be hiding videos you already deleted in other folders and shit like that you gotta fucking find. Goddamn. But yeah, like I said, right, these be the individuals that take an inch and go a mile, aka they'll drink just being around you because they know that you the type of individual that gratify their accolades. So when they could go around someone that they know appreciate their advice or appreciate their mentality or something like that, they'll drink you dry just by that. And that's how you know a person lack care for themselves, even if they got more than you. You see what I'm saying? So you'll be like, damn, this person always come around and shit like that. They always want me to see their rims. They always want me to see this, that, and the third. 9 times out of 10, you need to know this person is drinking y'all, because they don't really care for themselves in some way, shape, or form. So they have to keep coming around y'all so y'all could want their advice and want dumb shit and about them and want y'all to want their energy in some way, shape, or form. You see what I'm saying? So like I said, this is a person who has nothing to really care for about themselves. So they care more about what you got going on than you do. AKA, they can't wait to tell you what you're doing wrong. They can't wait to tell you why you ain't got the rims they got. They can't wait to tell you why you can't do hair the way she can do hair. They can't wait to tell you. And then we can flip it back on the side too. Let's say back on the normal case of you, the individual that's in the shoes of you got more, and you around the people who don't got more than you, mentally, emotionally, and physically. All 3 as your spirit utilizing these things as far as spirituality, right? You could be around still a person who constantly always want to be negative about what you got going. You could be the type of person who make a whole lot of money. There's something negative about that. You could have a lot of jobs or something negative about that. They always find something negative, right? This is a person who has nothing to care for about themselves, so they care way more about what you got going on than you do. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even know all the wrong shit you got going on with your shit. You too busy living. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's that kind of shit. So, like I repeat, stay away from individuals where if you're going to be attracting individuals in your life and they have these traits, 9 times out of 10, they're going to put you in a position where you have to care more about them than they care about their damn self. So stop caring about people who don't care about their damn self. You surround yourself around people who care about themselves, just as much as you care about yourself. And then there'll be a common interest. Y'all have a shared fire. You know, it'll be a quite drooper or whole grouping of a fire, not just a twin fire. You know what I'm saying? Not just a twin flame, a whole big fire y'all all could participate in and burn down the whole thing, whatever y'all got going on, so y'all can admit and create something new out of that transformation. You better believe it. Flight boss, bitch.